Enjoying the show? You can help others find it and enjoy it too by giving us a 5-star rating or review. If you feel like reaching out to us with a question or comment, you can send us an email at mywifetherd@gmail.com. And don't forget to visit our website at mywifethedietitian.com, as well as our social media pages. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Enjoy the show. It's Rob and Sandra from My Wife the Dietitian, and this is Nutrition Nuggets.
Hey, Rob.
Hello, Sandra.
I want to give you a quiz today.
No, again. You like doing that. You like quizzing me.
It's been a while.
Has it? I feel like it was just like 2 weeks ago or something. Maybe.
Well, this is actually about memory. It's the mind diet quiz.
Interesting. No wonder it feels so like all the time.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm constantly informally quizzing you on this.
You're always asking me questions. Maybe that's why.
Maybe.
Because I'm just such a wealth of information.
Well, you're a problem solver.
I'm like a wise old man with all the answers.
I wouldn't call you old.
Don't burst my bubble, baby. Okay, so what are you asking me? This is a quiz on the mind diet, on memory, and how to have a good memory. And
yeah, we did a whole episode way back, episode 14, on the mind diet, which is
It's kind of like the Mediterranean diet, isn't it? It's similar and combined with something else.
Yeah, combined with the DASH diet.
Right.
And with those two diets combined, they've simplified the recommendations and they've studied it, and it's actually shown to help older people to maintain memory and help prevent dementia by about 7 years.
Wow, that's quite a bit.
Yeah, but you have to include these good quality foods in your diet most days, and that's why I want to quiz you. Okay.
I was just going to mention too, I think we have a downloadable thing on the mind diet on the website, right?
Yeah.
It's like just like the foods that you need to eat to have good things happen to your brain.
Right.
The foods on the mind diet.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. It's kind of the mind diet guide, it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you can remember to download it, check it out.
It's on the homepage. I know that. And yeah, it's about kind of the foods that help with preventing inflammation in your body, because we know that these foods are protective, because a lot of them are plant-based foods, but it's not all vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get into it.
One more thing I was going to mention is I find that a lot of the episodes we do, and we end up sort of listing certain foods that are good or bad or whatever, it always ends up being the same as this mind diet. Like a lot of the times it's the foods that are part of that are recommended for whatever the issue is that we're discussing.
Right.
So it's not just for inflammation. There's a whole bunch of, or whatever you said, inflammation, memory, there's a whole bunch of benefits to eating this way.
Right. And yeah, actually, if we think of what inflammation is in the body, it can lead to a lot of the chronic diseases that we see in our society, like diabetes and heart disease, cardiovascular disease, and autoimmune diseases. So, a lot of what these foods can help with is preventing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So did you have 2 or more servings of whole fruit? And we're talking about the past 24 hours. So I'm just jumping right in here.
Oh, okay. Fruit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay. I
think I have that in my breakfast.
Okay.
Well, no, maybe not quite, but no, I definitely eat enough fruit.
Okay. So you have 2 or more servings of whole fruit in the day.
Yes.
Great. And part of this, there's a little caveat, is are berries included in that?
Yes, every day.
Great. Okay. Awesome. In the mind diet, it's twice a week to have the berries.
No, so I'm doing 5 times better or 7 times better, however that math works.
Well, in August, every time I went out walking the dog, I would we would pause and pick berries and then put them in the freezer when we got home. So we're still eating them now in our oats.
Yes, we are. I know they just add such a nice tangy flavor to those oats in the morning.
And the seeds, the crunch.
I love them, yeah.
Lots of fiber.
Love my breakfast.
Yeah, and the dark polyphenols from the berries.
Mm-hmm. Lots of benefits.
Yeah, absolutely. Antioxidants, fiber, so good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we put them in our other cereal too, like other breakfast items. So might be a smoothie, might be overnight oats, might be oatmeal, might be a cold cereal.
Just yogurt and berries is a winner too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's so many ways to eat them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Number 2, did you have at least one serving of leafy greens?
I usually do, although within the last 24 hours, I'm not sure because I think we were like kind of low on the leafy greens because we ate them all. So what do you point at? The basil on the table?
No. The kale?
Oh, yeah. Because it was, I was thinking kind of more salad, but you like cooked it up and made it all, what is those called? Kale chips. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I guess I did eat a bunch.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, so that's the thing about leafy greens. It doesn't have to be just a spinach salad. It can be kale chips like in the oven or air fryer, or it could be spinach in a lasagna. It could be a salad that's got lots of mixed greens and arugula.
Mm-hmm.
So any of those, because we know that leafy greens are very important. Do you remember what they have, that element that's good for our eyes?
Oh, what's it called?
Lutein? Yeah, I was going to say
lutein.
It starts with an L. Like
Sandra's
leafy.
putting a big L on her forehead. I'm like, come on, be nice. Give me a chance here.
Leafy greens, lutein. Yeah, great for an antioxidant that helps prevent macular degeneration.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's an important one.
Third question here. Did you eat any legumes, beans, lentils, edamame, black beans, kidney beans? So any legumes, like a half a cup in the last 24 hours?
Yes. I can't remember how, but I know I did. I had some hummus that was in the fridge.
Oh, right.
And there's something else that I ate.
You made a really awesome...
We had a thing that was just all beans. Like one meal, it was just all beans. Well, there was a bean salad and then there was like a lentil soup or something, wasn't it? It was like, right. Oh man.
Whoa.
Look out.
Well, I had made the soup, the lentil soup, but then it also had kidney beans and barley in it and veggies. And then that night there was a party and you made for the potluck, I made. What did you make?
It was a Mediterranean bean salad.
Yeah.
It was based on someone that we had on the show recently that was talking about that. And I'm like, oh, that sounds easy. And it was just bing, bang, boom, threw that together. And we brought the leftovers home and that was, part of our dinner.
So good. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That was delicious.
We'll do that in another episode, but that was so good.
Maybe that will be Rob's recipe in the newsletter this week.
Perfect. Yeah. There we go. Mediterranean. It was so delicious.
Yeah, and really easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Great. And then, okay, the next question is,
am I like 3 for 3 here?
Yes.
Oh, right on.
Yes, you are. So number 4, did you have a serving of fish or seafood in the last 24 hours?
Yes.
Oh, did you?
I sure did.
What did you have?
We have a big jar of pickled herring in the fridge right now, and I have some every day because I love it. And they're like little bite-sized squares that fit perfectly on a cracker. And so I have like 3 or 4 of those. They're like a little just pre-meal snack, I guess.
An hors d'oeuvre almost.
An hors d'oeuvre, something to keep my mouth occupied while I'm cooking dinner.
Perfect.
Or lunch, or sometimes I just eat them for the heck of it.
Yummy. You know what I sometimes eat for my pre-dinner, whatever you just called it?
Red wine?
Edamame beans.
Oh, edamame beans.
Which fits in the legume category, and it's soy foods, right?
I never think of those because they're in the freezer, and I just,
they're the easiest things.
I know. And when you make them, I devour them. They're awesome, but I don't ever think to make them myself.
Yeah, I just put like a handful into a microwave dish and a tiny bit of water. And then I think it's 2 minutes, they're ready to eat. And they're great. And I actually put vinegar on mine, but a lot of people just put salt.
Those are good. Mm-hmm. Wonder what happened if you put those in the air fryer. Would they get crunchy?
From the freezer?
I don't know. Either way, just somehow.
You tell me.
I don't know.
I mean, how about you try it?
Well, yeah, there we go. We'll try it, and there'll be another Rob's recipe.
Okay, that sounds delicious.
Perfect.
Let's write that down. Or you'll remember.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you remember because all of
all these memory foods.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's working. obviously you
You
have.
got no excuses.
Gold star so far. All right. Next one is, did you have another serving of other vegetables, so other than leafy greens, in the last 24 hours?
Oh, most likely. I ate quite a bit of veggies.
Do you remember someone gave us that massive
tomato?
Yeah, that
and zucchini.
Yes.
Yeah. Does that count if it's in zucchini? Well, you made it in the oven. Right. Yeah. I thought you meant the zucchini loaf bread thing. I'm thinking, I don't think that counts as a vegetable if it's in bread, but when you just cut it up and bake it on the cookie sheet with some seasoning on it, that definitely counts.
Right.
Tasty.
Yeah. Well, I had to make zucchini muffins with chocolate chips and a lot of that is zucchini because we had to use it. And so I had a lot in that recipe. And then there was more zucchini because I didn't use it all. And then I roasted some.
Yeah, that's always tasty.
Yes. Okay. So that's a yes then.
Oh, yeah. And I had all sorts of other things too.
Oh, other types of vegetables.
Yeah, other veggies, yeah.
Oh, that because I actually have in brackets cruciferous. Do you remember what those are?
Oh, I had cabbage with my dinner last night.
Yeah, I gave it to you.
You gave me a big thing. You stuck a big carrot in the middle of it all. And her daughter was home. She laughed at that because Sandra put my plate down and then she grabbed like a stub of carrot and just jammed it in the middle of a pile of rice or something. And it was like the nose on the snowman.
Well, you didn't have any orange veggies, and that was going to be on my quiz, but I didn't add that.
Yeah, no, that's, when you make dinner, I get my fill of veggies, that's for sure. And it's always veggies I don't typically eat, so it's perfect.
Yeah, well, it's good because sometimes you make dinner and sometimes I do. So it's perfect. All right, the next one is, did you have a quarter cup, at least, of nuts and seeds in the last 24 hours?
Oh, heck yeah. I have at least that much on my breakfast every day, and then I snack on nuts often throughout the day.
Yeah. No, I think you're good with that for sure. And do you remember why the nuts and seeds?
Fiber and good fats.
Yeah. And the fiber and absolutely.
And chewing is good. You always say that.
That's
good for your jaw to work.
It is. It's good to break down that matrix of the food structure.
Indeed.
All right, next question. Did you have 2 to 3 servings of whole grains?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's break down what whole grains are and which ones you had.
Okay, well, first of all, I had a big bowl of rice for dinner last night.
Right. It was brown rice.
Brown rice, yeah. And I have my big bowl of oatmeal every morning that has wheat bran or wheat germ on it and oat bran and
oatmeal.
I'm sure I had some sort of sandwich or piece of toast or something yesterday too.
With the seedy bread.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, and my Triscuit crackers with my herring.
Right.
Snack.
Right. And the Triscuits are pretty high in fiber as far as snack crackers go.
They're good until whatever they coat it with. I think that's probably when they become unhealthy.
That's why we get the low sodium.
Yeah. They're not as exciting, but they're a lot healthier for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So you got that one too, because it's good. Remember, it's good prebiotics for those probiotics. Good
That's
for your gut bugs.
Exactly why I do it.
You're so funny.
Yeah. I go into the cupboard and I'm like, I need some prebiotics for my probiotics. Let's see what we got in here.
You're funny.
Oh, Triscuits. Oh, perfect.
Oh, that's good. All right. Next one. Did you have at least 5 different colors of vegetables and fruits over the day in the last 24 hours?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay. It's not something that you probably think about, but if what we were talking about, you had a carrot, you had a tomato, you had the leafy greens, the kale, you had berries, and you had cabbage.
I did.
So that's 5.
I often open the jar of beets too and have some beets.
Oh, I just had some beets at lunch. So good. Yeah, that marinated or whatever, pickled beets.
You know what's funny is often when I'm looking in the fridge, that's what I'll do is like, I need to have some veggies. I need to have some, I haven't had any fish today. I have to have some fish, and I'll just look at everything in the fridge and I'll go, okay, well, I'll have some herring, and there's my beets. I'll have some of those, and I'll have some cottage cheese maybe for my protein and my calcium and my dairy stuff. And so it's your voice is in my head often when I'm looking in the fridge.
Oh, okay. I'm not the food police, though.
No, it's the good stuff. It's
Enjoy those Girl Guide cookies.
Oh, I do.
That's okay.
That's on my list for sure.
I know they're out right now. We have 2 boxes. I bought one, and then someone dropped some off. So that was awesome.
You got to put them in the freezer though, because then they got that super hard snap, and they're like, oh, that's how I like them.
Yeah, they're good. They're so good.
Yeah, they're so good.
Delicious. All right. Next one is, did you include or have any garlic or onions, ginger, herbs, like fresh herbs, or turmeric in the last 24 hours? And this is any bulbs especially would be good.
Okay. Usually we have a lot of garlic, onion. Those are go-tos with a lot of our meals. Turmeric, not so much, but definitely maybe once a week we'll do like an Indian kind of stir fry. What were the other ones? Oh, the fresh herbs. We have a basil plant in the middle of the table, so that's almost every meal that gets added. And then what was the other one?
Onions, garlic, ginger.
Ginger, not so much, but I love ginger. I just forget to include it.
You like Marianne.
Well, yeah, I do actually. But they're good together.
I'm sure we've said that before. Okay,
that's one of my old jokes.
I know.
What a good one.
Yes. All right, we're almost done here. Did you have, this is kind of like a negative. Most of these are all positive things to add to your diet. This one is, did you have a sugar sweetened beverage in the last 24 hours? Like pop, juice, like a sweetened coffee or tea?
I don't think so. I drink my coffee black now, which was something I'm quite proud of, because I used to load it up with sugar and cream, and just I thought, I don't need all that stuff every day, every time I drink coffee. So yeah, I do my coffee black, which is nice because you can taste the coffee. I don't drink juice, and I don't drink pop, and yeah, I don't think there was anything else.
Awesome.
Wasn't margarita night or anything, so.
Okay, yeah. Good. We're getting there. Got 2 left. Did you have some 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil in the last 24 hours?
Most likely. I use olive oil as much as I can.
When you're cooking or on your salad, or
just even with a piece of bread, the whole olive oil and balsamic vinegar on a plate with some really yummy bread.
Yes,
that's to die for. That's an amazing dip, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah, and that's your increasing the good fats, and yeah, that's what we want to do.
Have it with your sourdough, and then it's good for your gut biome, right?
That's right. And that's what the last one is did you have any fermented foods in the last 24 hours?
Gosh.
Did you have yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut?
See, I always eat that stuff, but I don't know if I did in the last 24 hours.
You did have cheese.
I did have cheese. I had feta cheese. Is that more fermented than others? I probably had some kimchi, actually. If I had the crackers out, kimchi is usually my go-to. A little cheese and kimchi on it.
Yeah.
I just can't remember. That's my problem. Obviously I need to eat more of this stuff, or something's missing, but...
How many was that? I didn't ask you. Did I ask you if you had a cup of or more of tea, green or black?
I did not have a cup of tea.
Okay. So that's the one that you did.
Fail.
It was like a add-on bonus.
Yeah, you're perfect. Oh, but I forgot to ask you a question.
Okay, you got 100%, but you didn't get the bonus.
Oh, I didn't get the bonus. I love when teachers do that. It's always funny. It's like, how do I get better than 100?
You get the bonus.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess. I just always
So that's
was
good.
confused.
You got 100%.
Okay, good.
You just didn't get the bonus.
Oh, the bonus. Yeah.
You can always do better, right?
Oh, yeah. I think we've discussed that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's great. Okay. We don't have to go through them again, do we?
No, but I do have a quick question. So,
yes.
Yeah, I did great, but what about all the stuff that I probably shouldn't eat that I also was eating in amongst all those good things. Does that like negate all the good stuff?
Well, that's a interesting question.
You know, like if I ate a bag of Doritos and had a big bowl of ice cream with chocolate sauce on it and you know, like a couple of beers and, you know, do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Well, probably. It's not ideal.
There's a bit of a balance, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm guessing the whole keep it the 80-20 rule. Is that
the moderation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there's definitely like how much added sugar did you consume? Like how many of those cookies and ice cream? How many of your grains were refined grains? Like did you have a ton of white bread and snack crackers? And for a lot of people, their snacks end up being refined grains, and then they crowd out the whole grains, and you're not getting as much fiber, and it's not great, right?
Exactly. Yeah, the reason I mentioned that is because I think a lot of people will see lists like this where it says you need to eat, you know, 2 to 5 servings of such and such per week and blah, blah, blah. And they think, okay, I did everything on the list, but I'm still not feeling the way I should feel, or I'm not, you know, it's good it's good to mention the other things as well that you might be eating, and just be careful to not, you know, to keep that balance in check.
Right. I mean, you don't have to get like completely OCD about it.
No, exactly.
I mean, It depends on what's going on with your health, but you know, if you know that you're eating the deep fried food quite often, you know that you have the junky food, you know, the chip bag, you know, we were talking about the crinkly bags and where you're getting those foods that are.
Yeah, like ultra processed kind of open the bag and eat it kind of foods versus raw, you know, natural foods.
Yeah, whole, minimally processed. If you're eating things that have a lot of those trans fats, that they're pretty well not allowed in much of our food anymore, but there's still some out there. Or what about foods that have, like, you know, we've talked about emulsifiers. That was one episode, that have a ton of like artificial colors and flavors and chemical preservatives and emulsifiers. Like if a lot of the food that you're eating have all those extras and you're not feeling well, move towards more of the part of the quiz that we did with the whole foods.
Yeah, exactly. Right on. Well, that's hopefully helpful for everyone else. Try to do the quiz as we're going along here and see where you fall on the scale of good health and maybe need to improve health.
Yeah, the quality of the diet quiz.
There you go. If you want more information, I'm sure we've got a whole bunch of things on our website that would be intriguing for you. If you're interested in staying healthy, you can check that out at mywifethedietitian.com. You can also email your questions to us. We get all sorts of listener questions, and we're happy to answer those. We'll turn it into a bit of an episode and give you a whole bunch of information. You can email us at mywifetherd@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Feel free to leave us a comment there as well. And don't forget to rate and review the show. That's super helpful for us and for other people trying to find the show. And also share with your friends and family. That's also a good way to get other people involved in being healthy. So that is it for this week. We will be back next Monday with a full episode. So in the meantime, have a great week, everyone. Thanks for joining us today on My Wife the Dietitian. If you like what you heard, don't be shy. Leave us a comment or review, and be sure to share our podcast with your friends. If you'd like to hear more, hit that subscribe button. You can also follow us on our social media pages for updates, episode trailers, and other odds and ends. For more info and links on what we discussed on today's episode, check the show notes. We'll be back next week with another informative and fun-filled episode.